I opened the creaking door to my grandmother's attic, a place I hadn't ventured into since childhood. Dust danced in the dim light, and the air held a peculiar, musty scent. As I climbed the stairs, I couldn't help but remember her stories about a cursed doll that had been hidden away here for generations. My grandmother, bless her soul, had always been full of tales about the supernatural. She spoke of a doll, Emily, that was said to be cursed by a vengeful spirit. It was a story that had both terrified and intrigued me as a child, and now, as an adult, I couldn't resist the urge to uncover the truth behind it. The attic was a treasure trove of forgotten memories and discarded heirlooms. I rummaged through boxes of yellowed photographs and cracked porcelain figurines, each one telling a piece of my family's history. But what I sought was something much more sinister. Finally, in a dusty corner, beneath a tattered quilt, I found a wooden chest. My heart raced as I opened it, revealing a porcelain doll with dark, lifeless eyes. It was Emily, the cursed doll of my grandmother's stories. I couldn't explain the unease that washed over me as I reached for the doll. Its pale face seemed to be frozen in a perpetual scowl, and its dress was tattered and stained. My grandmother's warnings echoed in my mind, but curiosity got the better of me. I held Emily in my hands, and the chill that ran down my spine was palpable. I wondered if the curse was real or just a product of my grandmother's vivid imagination. Carefully, I placed the doll on a table and began my research. The more I delved into the history of Emily, the more disturbing the story became. It was said that the doll was created in the 18th century by a talented but reclusive toymaker named Samuel Blackwood. Legend had it that he had made a pact with a malevolent spirit to infuse his creations with a lifelike quality that bordered on the eerie. As I read on, I discovered accounts of strange occurrences tied to the doll. People claimed to have heard whispered voices in the dead of night and seen the doll's eyes follow them across the room. Some even swore that Emily had caused misfortune and tragedy in their lives. The more I learned, the more convinced I became that there was some truth to the curse. But I couldn't bring myself to part with the doll. It held a dark fascination over me, and I needed to know more. Nights in the attic became a routine for me. I would sit with Emily, my heart pounding, waiting for any sign of her curse. At first, nothing happened, and I began to doubt the stories. But then, the nightmares began. I would wake up in a cold sweat, images of Emily tormenting me in my sleep. She would beckon me with her porcelain hand, her eyes glowing with an unholy light. I could feel her malevolent presence, a force that sought to consume me. My life outside the attic started to unravel. My work suffered, and my friends noticed the bags under my eyes and the pallor of my skin. I was becoming obsessed with Emily, unable to escape her haunting grip. One night, as I sat in the attic with Emily, the room plunged into darkness. The only illumination came from her eyes, which now glowed with an eerie intensity. It was as if the spirit that had cursed her had awakened. I tried to flee, but an unseen force held me in place. Emily's voice, a chilling whisper, filled the room. She spoke of the torment she had endured for centuries, trapped in the doll's fragile form. She promised me power and eternal life if I would set her free. Terrified and desperate, I agreed, not realizing the true price of my bargain. With a burst of malevolent energy, Emily's porcelain form shattered, and her spirit consumed me. I became the cursed doll, forever trapped, forever tormented. Now, I sit in the attic, a prisoner of my own curiosity. My dark eyes follow those who dare to enter, and my voice whispers in their dreams, luring them into my cursed existence. Beware the attic, for it is a place of darkness and despair, where the cursed doll Emily waits to claim her next victim.